Hey, quick order of business before the fun and games start. Urban Rugby America is an organization worthy of your attention and donations as it helps kids that are at risk through rugby, and it's not just on the pitch, it's off the pitch as well. Indeed, our very own John Bradshaw Layfield, the WWE Hall of Famer, highly recommends Urban Rugby America and is working closely with Urban Rugby America. But please, don't hold that against them. Urban Rugby America. Your donation can change a life. Here's the link where you can donate and find out more. And now to the fun and games. This is the Rugby Odds, where an unlikely pundit panel of a wordsmith, a WWE legend, a rugby star, and a supermodel scour the globe, seeking best bets and bad behavior. Are you not entertained? Welcome back to the Rugby Odds, and welcome to our stellar panel of WWE Hall of Famer John Bradshaw Layfield, King Gift Egbelu, the inventor of words, three-time Olympic sevens coach Mike Friday, and later Irish rugby legend George Hook. Gents, any insults, slights, salutes you want to get out of the way before we go to our recurring segments? Good. Let's go right to our recurring segment. What caught your eye? Mike Friday, what caught your eye this week?
And that South African performance was phenomenal. 14 men, that red card, which, as we talked about off camera, I'm not sure should be a red card. I know it is under the HIA process, but I think mitigation should have been in play there. But nonetheless, it didn't matter. The South Africans dealt with it. What a performance. Unbelievable.
And what controversy we would have had they lost.
Potentially.
John.
Italy is making major moves, just like Argentina. I mean, these countries have really figured out a way to make their rugby programs better. And they're becoming really good rugby programs. They're no longer winning by flukes. They're winning now. And they're not a top 5 team, but they've certainly stepped up in the world.
Gift.
Shout out to Scotland for constantly being just good enough, but never being able to get to great. Show that you can make the points, but never can get over the hill. Just
that close.
Right there. Played a good game against the All Blacks, and then, shit the bed at the end. Typical Scottish play.
What I'm noticing is that the Welsh fans and the USA Rugby fans are coming out with the same comments online about good effort. Neither team should be saluted for their good effort. Wales missed 30 tackles. Team USA coughed up another bushel of points, 120 in 2 games. They were awful with strategic kicking, ball handling, and tackling. And Welsh were not much better. I don't know
Does Team USA have any black players yet on the men's rugby team?
No African Americans on.
Okay, then to hell with them.
It's definitely not something to salute in a good effort as far as I'm concerned.
I don't care about the good effort. Rugby is a great, diverse sport. USA men's rugby is not.
And Mike, just one other quick thing, just to change the subject. You got scolded on YouTube because you mispronounced Tyg Burns' name.
He wears a cap.
Is your name Mike?
If you're from South East London, it's Tad. All right. I fully understand if you're Irish or you're Irish American, it might be Tide. But when you look at how it's spelled, it's TAD. So long and short, when you're from South East London, it's Tad. But I respect for being corrected. No problemo. I will try better next time. Tide it is from now on.
And maybe if you're in the Barbie movie, it's Tad.
Wow. Knows.
All right. That went splendidly. Let's move on to our next recurring segment, Player of the Week. And the nominees are Stephen Varney, the number 9 for Italy. The Welshman was player of the match, helping engineer a rousing win for Coach Mike Friday's position on the pitch. Damien McKenzie, the super sub of New Zealand, turned the tide of the match and killed Scottish hopes with pivotal kicking and a highlight reel try when it counted most. And Peter Sowakula, the former All Black, now the number 6 of Fiji, gray-haired, made his debut with the Fijians at 6'5", 240 pounds. He could be in the grown-ass man category, but this honor suits him as well. And he was handpicked by Mike Friday, which is an even bigger honor. Mike, who is your player of the week?
The Fijian boy, Peter, was outstanding in the team that surprised everybody on the day. But ultimately, they didn't win. So we have to give it to the man that came up with the moment. It was magical, phenomenal finish. And he was battle-ridden, he was battle-scarred, and he put a proper defensive effort, as well as you talked about his kicks. Damien McKenzie, he was the difference. He won the game. Player of the week for me.
I didn't see that one coming. Oof. Mike, John, Phil, somebody. Let's go with John.
We didn't see it coming. We don't elect players who play on losing teams. It's that simple. The guy played great. His team lost. Mike is right. That's why he's a legendary coach. I'm going with McKenzie also because he won.
Gift.
Hey, Mike, well, the English, because they look, you had Itoje come in at 71 minutes. You had George come in like at 60 minutes. Was it because they didn't put their a lot of the
Whoa,
main guys
whoa,
at
whoa,
the start?
whoa, no.
I want to ask you a question. Yes.
Well, we're in
Was
the
it because they
player of
didn't
the
put their
week
main stars
segment.
up there to begin with, or was it because Fiji just played that freaking great?
Fiji played well.
You had your opportunity when I asked if anybody had anything to salute or insults or slights, and
I
you just
asked
kept
the
your mouth
legendary coach
shut.
something.
You kept your mouth shut, but now you have to submarine the segment. Stop submarining the segment. This is just more of your enshittification of this program. That's what it is. Enshittification.
You can't make this program any worse.
Gift.
You've got a king and a legendary coach.
All right. His mic is muted. Gift, who's your player of the week?
Yeah, no, look, I'm going with Damian McKenzie too. Look, that play against Scotland was really impressive. And again, I feel like New Zealand again showed their vibe. This year, it feels like they're coming back with it. They're actually showing that like bit of dominance, even if it comes at the end. But it's against a good team and showing that you are who your legend is supposed to be. So give it to those who actually do what they're supposed to do.
Damian McKenzie.
Yeah, that's why I said.
He said that.
Well, what about Stephen Varney? Stephen Varney engineered the upset of Australia, and he's a Welshman. Wow. So while the Welsh are getting slaughtered, he's winning with Italy.
Kind of feels like a little tragic.
Liner and Ioane scored the tries, though, right?
Yeah, but Mike, you're the scrum half. How are they getting the ball? They're getting it from the scrum half.
He did all right. I wouldn't say he was the difference, though, hey?
He was man of the match, Mike. Man of the match. Wow. This is 9-on-9 hate here.
No, he's not 9-on-9 hate. I just think the player of the week is they got to sit above, stand above.
All right.
I think he was in a good team performance. That's what I would suggest to you, Matt. That's all I'm suggesting at this moment.
Okay, fair enough. And you do bring up
Who are you going for? Who are you going for?
Well, you bring up two Australians.
Loser, Matt.
I unmuted you, being polite, and you start to talk again, interrupting the segment.
Pick the loser.
So, Mike, you also bring up the two Aussies playing for Italy that beat Australia.
Make a pick.
Peter Sowakula, the number 6 for Fiji. So that makes our player of the week. Damian McKenzie is our player of the week. Now we move on to Gift's favorite segment.
Grown ass man.
And the
You would
nominees.
pick Max Smelling as the player of the week in the rematch versus Joe Louis, wouldn't you?
And
I love Joe Louis. He's my dad. He's my dad's favorite boxer. My dad loved Joe Louis.
You're very close to being muted.
My dad would have hated.
Okay, he's muted again. Candidates are Tommaso Menoncello of Italy. The center was simply a brute, smashing into the Aussie defense, making gains and opening the pitch for playmakers like Capuazzo in Italy's stunning victory. Jack Dempsey, the flanker, not the fighter, John, for Scotland. 18 carries, 145 meters, staunch defense in a game Scotland should have won, as Gift said earlier. And Damian McKenzie of the All Blacks. For the first time, we have a player up for player of the week and grown-ass man. Despite being north of 30, he put on the aforementioned tough guy performance, replete with blood. Mike, who is your grown-ass man?
Not a strong cast. It's what we're normally used to.
How dare you, sir?
Again, this is just the pragmatic. I thought all the games were evenly matched, but nobody really stood up as being a proper physical specimen, apart from probably all 16 members in that South Africa-France game. But nobody stood out. But I think you've got to go for the man again, McKenzie. He was bludgeoned, he was battle-ridden, he was cut. He found a way defensively. He came up with some big kicks, but also he came up with a grown-ass man moment to score a try he should never have scored. So for me, McKenzie wins this one as well.
John.
You know who Jack Dempsey beat? Jess Willard. Jess Willard was the one who beat the name that I've named my rescue cat after, Jack Johnson. My rescue cat is named Jack Johnson. I want you to hear. I showed him to you.
Oh, did you hear that sound? That's John's rescue cat begging to go back to the shelter.
Jack Johnson. It's my boy Jack Johnson. I'm going with the Italian.
Gift.
I'm actually following the champ in this one. Tommaso Menoncello. Look, Australia.
It's
I really expected Australia to win
It's
this
Menoncello.
Yeah, whatever. The point is
Limoncello.
is that I expected Italy to roll over to roll over on this one. They absolutely didn't. George got to be able to hate on Joe Schmidt at a different level because of this game, and it's a result of what this guy did. So, give it out to Tomato Menoncello. Menoncello.
Tomato lemon jello. Perfect. There you
Here we go.
All right.
I bet Rugby Onslaught don't pick you up.
Now here we are, where I have the decision in my hands to wreak havoc. I could make this a tie right now. I am going to pick Jack Dempsey, the flanker for Scotland, which means Thomas Menoncello. And on that note, we're going to take a break and let George come in. He's going to vent, and then we'll come back with picks to earn some money after this. Don't go away.
If you're in New York City and want to watch some great rugby, have some great food, and some great times, go to the world's best rugby pub, the Pig and Whistle on West 36th Street.
And we're back, and we have the pleasure and honor of welcoming in Mr. George Hook, once again calling in from Dublin. George, and are you golfing?
Yeah, kind of. But I don't believe in golfing if there's an hour in the month.
Okay, well, September falls in that category, though, right? I mean,
Yeah, but I kind of don't like it.
okay, all right. Let's get right to our recurring segment.
Headlines with Hook.
The headline, Joe Schmidt's homecoming. Take it away, George.
Well, to be honest, there isn't a place where Joe Schmidt can go at the moment, which might be described as a homecoming in the sense where he might win a match. Australia are down 2 already. Playing Ireland this week, don't think they're going to win that. This isn't a great period for Joe Schmidt. Australia was always the wrong country for him. He's essentially a conservative. He doesn't believe in passing the ball. He doesn't believe in getting the ball wide. And that's the basis for Australian rugby. So I don't think they're going to work. And contrary-wise, Eddie Jones is doing a smashing job in Japan. Now, you might think, well, Japan lost by 52 points, but they pushed Ireland all the way for 3/4 of the game. And if I was to buy a ticket to watch Ireland, I'd swap it for a ticket to watch Japan. There's 2 comparisons. Schmidt is probably going to go through his autumn series without a win. Eddie Jones might also, but in a totally different way. Then we saw that South Africa are the best team in the world. At halftime, they're a point down and they're a man down. And they hockey France in the second half. Much to my surprise. I mean, I wouldn't have guessed that for a minute. Also, the good thing is there's real support now for Sack the Bunker. I mean, what Gardner, the referee, did, I thought was outstanding. Lorden de Jager, the tackle was a red card, and Gardner gave him a red card. None of your crossed hands and, give it to the bunker. He made a decision. And the bunker has been a complete waste of time. When I was a kid, we used to laugh at American football, right? Because it went on forever, and they were forever making decisions. And they had a team coming on at halftime and a team going off at halftime. That's exactly what we're doing in rugby. Rugby now takes longer, relatively speaking, than American football. The audience is getting fed up. Slowly but surely.
Well, you know what? You get no argument with me about the bunker because I like the human element of the referee, the drama. Sure, some teams are going to get robbed by a poor call. It's part of the charm of the game. And this move to make everything technologically up to date or integrated is just garbage. I mean, they're doing it in baseball over here more and more. It's ruining the game. And I agree with you on rugby. But George, before we let you go, and we did get off the rails a little bit there.
Sorry, excuse me. Every week we go off the rails. Why are you so slightly worried about it?
Do I look worried?
Well, you're getting it's a kind of a last minute conversion by Saul on the road to Damascus. You know what I mean?
Exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing.
You're starting to worry about going off the rails.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you the question I know that you're begging to be asked. Team USA has coughed up 120 points in 2 games. They gave a game away in Georgia. What do you make of Team USA after these 2 matches?
I never thought you'd ask me. Essentially, the template for the USA is Argentina. If you look at this weekend, Argentina scored a record number of points against Wales, who are on the way out. Wales eventually might be worse than the USA, if that's possible. But here's the point. The game in Argentina is entirely amateur. All their best players are playing outside Argentina and are being paid by somebody else other than the Argentinian Rugby Union. Now, what the USA needs to do is, instead of trying to put together a professional game, which it never will, it cannot, in a contest with the NFL, the World Series in baseball, ice hockey, they have no chance. So they go totally amateur. And all their best players emigrate and get paid somewhere else. There is no doubt in my mind that the team of 1987, all amateurs, captained by the great Ed Burlingham, would have done better against Georgia than this lot.
No question. Now, before I let you go, you mentioned Argentina. Will Argentina beat Scotland this weekend?
What a match. I tell you, what a match. This is the match of the weekend. Ireland will beat Australia and New Zealand will win and Wales will be terrible. You know, all that sort of stuff. You can't miss Scotland and Argentina. I honestly don't know. It's going to be a fabulous contest. But I just wanted to tell you, there is a threat to your job.
This is a job?
We're used to now women being on the panels at half-time and all this sort of thing. But this weekend, for the first time that I can remember, we had a woman play-by-play commentator.
Yeah.
And she was fabulous. I'm a fan.
So am I, except when I'm not getting the gig. You know, that's the difference.
Well, that's why I say it's a threat.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're just not good looking enough. You know, it's a sad fact in life.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
You're just not 36, 24, 36.
And also I'm like Saul on the road there, as you brought up earlier. All right. On that note, George, we are out of time. Thank you for coming on for this week's
Headlines with Hook.
Thanks to George Hook.
Take care.
On that note, we're going to take a quick break and come back with our Autumn International Test picks with John, Mike, and Gift. Don't go away. But first, your TRO AI Moment of the Week, created by John Bradshaw Layfield, featuring Steve Lewis and Matt McCarthy.
It is eating season. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. At Health Enhanced Foods, we got 17 baking mixes to be able to help enhance your holiday meals. Whether you're gluten-free, you need ketogenic, whether you are low FODMAP, whatever your special dietary need is, we have a baking mix for you. Go to healthenhancedfoods.com. Go ahead and use coupon code Rugby Odds to be able to get 25% off your first order. Let's get this season going. And honestly, whatever Matt's about to say next, just ignore it. It's not even good.
And we're back with our autumn tests. We're going to split it into 2 groups. So we do 3 before the commercial, 3 after the commercial, and then we're out of here. So the first one up, France, minus 22.5 versus Fiji after that war versus South Africa. Mike.
I think France bounce back, and I think France win and cover that 22.5.
John.
The only hope that Fiji has is if the French miss the bus.
Gift.
I'm going to go with, France.
2 weeks in a row, you're picking France, the people you hate the most.
I know, man. I'm dying on the inside right now.
I'm going with France as well. England, -2.5 versus New England. New Zealand, not New England, New Zealand. Mike.
They're definitely beating New England. I think this is a toughie, right? Because I think England have got a couple of injury concerns. Tommy Freeman, for one, and Ollie Chesham. I think England win this and cover. It's going to be a hell of a game, but I think England have got enough.
Yeah, I think England was a perfect look-ahead spot last week. I think that Fiji played great, but also they didn't have a couple of major stars out there, a couple of former team captains, one current team captain till the 70th, 60th minute. I think England wins this thing. I'm with Mike.
Gift.
I never had faith in the Northern Hemisphere versus the Southern Hemisphere when it comes to an even play. And they're doing it in Twickenham when there's a crowd. It's New Zealand. New Zealand is going to take this one.
I'm taking the All Blacks. Everybody just keeps underestimating the All Blacks, and they are firing on all cylinders. You talk about the bomb squad coming off the bench for South Africa. New Zealand's got a bomb squad coming off the bench.
Who's underestimating the All Blacks?
New Zealand has just sent both Barretts home.
You are. You got your nose so far up Maro Toje's you can't see anything else, so you just keep picking England because you hung out with the Saracens guys down at the beach.
You're one to talk about. You're at the Pug and Whistle trying to tell everybody you're Irish.
You're in Speedos with Saracens down in Bermuda, okay? It's on video.
You're in Pug and Whistle rooting for your Fijian backline.
All right, he's muted again. I'm taking New Zealand. The next one up, Wales, -12.5 at home in Cardiff versus Japan. Mike.
This is a toughie, right? Obviously, Wales have lost Jack Morgan. He's out of the autumn. Their talisman, their captain. He is the real deal. So he's a huge loss. And also, this is that seeding game where there's nothing between the two teams. Now you're looking at a new coach against the wily old Eddie Jones. It's an interesting one. So I 12.5 points. I think Wales may win it, but I don't think they win by 12.5. So I'm going to take Japan.
John.
Yeah, I'm with Mike for all the exact same reasons. I think Wales probably wins it. I think there's a chance Japan wins this thing, but not 12.5 points. Give me Japan.
Gift.
I think that 2 scores is just enough to be able to keep Japan just off bay. They've just played a hard match against Ireland and lost. So I'm giving Wales for 12.5 points. But it will be close, and I think the second half is going to be completely Japan's.
Gift, you just talked me into it. I'm going with Wales. I picked them every time and lost, but the law of averages has to catch up sooner or later, so I'm picking Wales.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. If you flip a coin 9
every time
times,
you've listened back to you talk, you've heard something dumber than that.
If you flip a coin 9 times, it comes up heads every time. Does the law of average means that the next flip is not 50-50? No, the next flip is 50-50, you dumbass.
We're all entitled to our opinions.
When it's a matter of chance, there's nothing that matters in the past that affects the future.
You. Okay? You.
I'll flip the coin 3 times. I think the odds are...
All right, he's muted for the 50th time in this show. We're coming back with Italy versus South Africa, Ireland versus Australia, and Scotland versus Argentina, and our picks of the week after this.
You need your cleats? You need them tomorrow? If you order today by 3 p.m. New York time or noon LA time, they can have them to you tomorrow. Young, old, male, female, if you're playing on turf, if you're playing on grass, if you're playing in the rain, you're playing in the heat, they've got you covered. RugbyNow.com. Go there now. Hey, U.S. fans, you can tune into every match live on Flow Rugby. How do we know that? Because we're on there all the time.
And we're back, and we're going to go to the Italy versus South Africa match. South Africa on the road, favored by 20.5, coming off that war versus France. Mike.
Yeah, and I think the South Africa machine rolls on. Their pack and their bench and the people that didn't play will just have too much for Italy.
Italy won a huge game last week, and they are thrilled with that, and they should be. I think they've celebrated, and they pretty much know they are sacrificial lambs, and they're going to get boat raced by these boys. It might be 30 points.
No consecutive wins are happening here. And, yeah, South Africa is absolutely just running this one up.
I'm going to make it unanimous. I'm going with South Africa by at least 25 points. Ireland, -9.5, hosting Australia.
Yeah, I mean, Ireland aren't firing at the moment, but I think the Australians look tired. So I think Ireland will turn up and do a job at home and will more than cover this.
I think it's going to be a great game. You got the Aussies who just got beat by the Italians. They're going to be very upset about it. Ireland, who's not looked very good. But I'm with the coach here. I think Ireland is the better team, and I think Ireland wins because of that.
Yeah, I think Ireland takes this one. You basically played like a losing team that happened to win in the end. Ireland covers this one. Australia plays them hard.
Ireland by 10 in beating the spread.
The spread was 9.5, and you're saying Ireland by 10.
You've gone with Ireland by 10 or more.
Very brave pick on my behalf. Scotland, however, minus 1.5 versus Argentina. This is a tough one to pick. Mike Friday.
This is tough. The Argies played a great game. They won the aerial battle. But the Scottish backline is decent. And I think they'll cause the Argentinians problems because the Welsh caused them problems. They just weren't accurate. As much as I love the Argies, and you don't want to underestimate them at all, I think Scotland win this and win it by more than 1.5.
John.
Scots are taking the flack for not winning big games, and justifiably so. Give me the Scots to win this.
Gift.
I've learned to stop underestimating Argentina, even on the road. I'm going to lean on Argentina to win in the pack.
Scotland's going to win this one by 5 points. Now it's time for John's favorite part of the show. Picks of the week, Johnny. Who do you like?
I like going to 2 cents rugby. That's who I like. Matty. That's who I like. New Zealand, England's going to be a terrific game. I think there's going to be tons of scoring. Give me the over.
I'm going to go off piste here, lads. We've got USA Romania this week. USA should win this, but I think Romania will win this game.
And also USA lost last year to them, so this is kind of a get back.
This is a must win in Project Moonshot.
Well, Canada was a must win as well. We didn't win that one.
What are you hating on Romania for?
I'm not. I like Romania.
You can't name anything about Romania. You can't name any person from Romania.
Yes, I can.
Who?
I don't have to tell you. Let's move on. Okay. How about Rob Irimiscu, who played for New York and is now playing for Romania because his parents are from Romania. So why don't you go yourself? Okay. Thank you.
Nobody's ever heard of Rob Irimiscu.
Yeah, I know him. He's a good friend. He went to Xavier High School and Penn State.
You don't have friends,
He's
Matt.
a USA pathway guy that was rejected by the USA, and he was on the winning side for Romania last year. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Meantime, gift.
This is a mess. Anyways, I'm going to follow in Mike's Romania-USA game because this is the last time USA played. They lost 22-24 at the beginning of Project Moonlight, and they're going to be able to get another chance against the worst team in the 2023 Rugby World Cup. I look at this to have an over-under score of 50 points. I don't think there's going to be any tackling.
Yeah, and I'll give it over under a 42. That's how many people are going to watch it worldwide.
Depends on which channel you're trying to watch it, too. Man, unbelievable. All right. I think French Flair versus the Flyin Fijans is going to produce a ton of points in France. I think it's going to be over 53 points between those two teams. And on that note, we're out of time. Oh, we have to break up again and wait till next week to see each other. I want to thank Mr. John Bradshaw Layfield, the WWE Hall of Famer, King Gift Egbelu, the inventor of words, Mike Friday, the 3-time Olympic sevens coach, George Hook, the Irish rugby legend, and thank you for tuning in. Please check out our other show, MLR Weekly. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Sign up for our weekly newsletter. And please join our American Red Cross blood donor team.
Hang up!